Hello there everyone! Welcome to the Effective Leadership course. We'll be learning how to use the 5W2H action plan to delegate tasks effectively and simply. Hit thumbs up if you want more content related to leadership. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel too. Probably the simplest and best known task delegation model is the 5W2H action plan. It's an acronym for what, why, where, when, who, how, and how much. By answering these questions when delegating tasks, you can be more confident to cover the basics of that project. You have to talk about what will be done and how you expect it to be carried out, up to the deadline of the task, people involved, locations, and budgets. In practice, there is no way to avoid talking about these areas when explaining a task. Only that many times we end up worrying more with the what, how, and when parts, and we forget the rest. Well, at least I speak for myself here. The 5W2H action plan will make sure that the rest will be covered with a very simple and straightforward checklist. It was designed for small and large companies. There is no difference. In fact, it is great when you aren't so sure about the task in case you have the impression of forgetting something. Run a 5W2H on it to check for potential issues. So, why is learning how to delegate tasks effectively so difficult? The fear of delegation comes very often from the fact that the leader is afraid that the team member will fail the task. Remember, as a leader, the responsibility for them to carry out their job is completely yours, delegating it or not. Delegating, therefore, does not come without a risk. It is up to you to assess the importance of it and to trust the task to the right person in an appropriate way and to follow up on them to minimize any risk of lack of a commitment or insufficient competence. I have seen many leaders delegate a task to their direct reports and no longer follow up on them, as if their responsibility had ended there. Then, when you ask what happened to the task, the person has to go over his or her team because they simply have no idea of the stage of the project, claiming that it's handed over, as if it meant it's no longer their responsibility. In addition to this fear of a person's inability to perform the task, the leader can mention a lack of time, confidence, or discomfort induced by a feeling that they will be seen as incompetent. Some people even think that they have to do and control everything to justify their positions. Beware of over-responsibility, which can lead to exhaustion or burnouts. Your role as a leader is to ensure that the tasks are done and that the results achieved, and not to do everything. Delegating effectively, especially for first-time leaders, can be more difficult exercise, especially in the beginning, but it will be essential for your career growth. Just to recap quickly, the 5W2H action plan comes from the words what will be done, why, where, when will it be done, who will do it, how it's supposed to be done, how much it will cost. If you answer these questions when delegating a task, it's a first step for assertive communication. As we say in my hometown, better than that, just wise that. In the next lesson, I will close this topic on task delegation with some final tips. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel to follow the lessons, like this content if you think it has helped you, and share it with your colleagues and co-workers. Always look both ways. See you in the future.